Recently, I had a spout of, like, I wouldn't say depression, but I had a lack of confidence. And it was something that really was demotivating me to make me pursue making my channel and pursue doing my schooling and doing my college work. But then, I snapped out of it. As quickly as it came, I snapped out of it because I saw a couple videos that made me realize that as bad as I think my life is, it really could be a whole lot worse as long as I'm not these guys. I want people who are out there in my same position, who feel a bit uncertain about their future and who feel a bit depressed. I want you to realize that at the very least, as bad as you think your life is, at the very least, you aren't these guys. So take some pride in that. We're going to be looking at 2 failed robbery attempts and rating them on a new robbery system. This is a mini series that I plan on doing for the next who knows how long, as long as I keep coming across these videos. So without further ado, welcome to Robbery Ranking. Today we're going to be ranking 2 robberies today. I don't have a tier list yet, so we'll be giving them a grade of A till F. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the first one. We have our first robbery attempt by Don Vito, who's giving us the favor of showing us his face before putting on his pantyhose over his entire face. I don't know why the fuck he did that. He just showed us his entire face. It's like he thought that the pantyhose was like the Invisicloak from Harry Potter, but whatever. He comes back into frame looking like fucking Goofy. And this is a blink and you miss. He throws a brick, he launches it, he falls, and he scurries away like a cockroach, and then he trips and then he scurries off again. One of the best crimes that we've ever seen. As a matter of fact, this guy was never caught, probably because the owners and the cops were too busy laughing about it to actually bother pursuing it and pressing charges. However, I do want to do a quick replay and see just how badly this failed, so we can grade it and evaluate. We can evaluate it and grade it. So let's play this one more time from start to finish because we need to evaluate it. So the first mistake, I'm going to be docking points from him showing his face. He walked in the front of the fucking camera and showed us his face and then put the pantyhose over it. Not like that would have mattered anyway, because look at his outfit. He looks like he just stepped out of he looks like he's a backup dancer from an 80s music video. He time traveled. He's scared, but he figured that the best thing to do was to start a riot, start throwing bricks at windows and robbing stores. He looks like he just woke up out of a deep slumber and was on a midnight stroll. He wanted to get some meat. This was a meat shop he tried robbing. So then he throws the brick and it fails, which, instead of like, I don't know, maybe having a car, maybe having some rocks or anything else, he just brings one brick with him. So that's some more points docked from that. And so some more points because of his outfit, so he's down 3 now. I would say I docked 20 points, so let's do the math here. I've docked so far he only has about, let's see, if he started off at 100, minus 20, that's 80, minus 20 more, that's 60, minus 20 more, that's 40%. Alright, so he's down low, and then he trips. That's more points taken away. So far, he ended up with a grade of 20%, and that is pretty fucking awful. That's not the worst, but it definitely isn't the best. So he would probably be getting a D at the very least. It's not a complete F, because he got away, he never got caught. But he's now being laughed at by everyone, including us. I'm rating him right now. So yeah, that's just the first attempt, but maybe in the next robbery, we will truly see some criminal masterminds. This next one is a real nostalgic one. If you were growing up in the 90s and 2000s, you would be mistaken for thinking that this is from that era and not 2019. Because this is some old-fashioned shit. It's these guys trying to steal a TV. And the reason I say it's old-fashioned is because I don't think people steal TVs anymore. I just don't think it's something that gets stolen a lot nowadays, especially in the modern age. People are usually stealing laptops, phones, tablets, game consoles. I mean, occasionally TVs, but those are big, bulky, and they're hard to move, and they're not expensive. They're not that expensive, and it's just high risk, low reward, you know what I mean? And on top of that, there's so many other things to get. But I guess these TVs must have traveled from the late 2000s or the fucking 90s into 2019, and they're just a bit scared. Like, it's like the South Park episode. They were frozen in time, and they're scared and confused. They don't know what's going on, but they saw TVs, and they're like, alright, whatever. At least they still got that. I mean, no, excuse me. I mean, at least they still got that. So we're back in business. This is worth it. Unfortunately, the security camera doesn't have any sound, But whatever, the last one didn't have any sound either, so whatever. Or allow me to do my commentary. This guy's trying to like fucking fidget spinner the TV off of the wall. It's mounted on. I forgot to mention that. He's probably shouting for help. Luckily, luckily fucking Marv came in, and I guess he's like a bird. And I guess his windows must be clean as fuck because he just rams right into it like a fucking bird. So then he goes in there, he breaks it, and then there's another one. Yeah, you thought this was only 2 players. No, this is 3 players here. So they got the third guy opening the trunk, which is very overconfident, thinking they'll probably get this TV off and sell it for a few hundred. And then they keep falling like there's butter under their fucking shoes, like they're in an ice skating rink. After finally yanking the TV off the wall, they break it and then get nothing out of it, so that's great. No, it's all that shit for nothing. They keep slipping and sliding all over the place. Jesus Christ, it's August. It can't be that bad. Jesus Christ. And finally, they all skedaddle off. They all go their own ways. You know, they hopped in. They may have left empty-handed, but at least their pride is intact. Their spirits are probably still high. I can imagine they drove away looking for, like, the nearest blockbuster to rob or the next fucking video only to rob. But let's go through this one more time, and again, let's grade it. Okay, so I've mounted a few TVs. I've seen a few mounted TVs, but I've never seen one that can just, like, spin around on the wall like a fucking fidget spinner, like a turntable. They don't, this doesn't make sense, because he's trying to unscrew it, but then he's trying to go with it, and then, like, kick off the wall. I don't understand it. And then there's these 2 guys. I don't even know if these guys know it. I like to think that these guys don't even know each other. I like to think that these guys were all like, oh, hey, how's it going? You were planning on robbing this place too? Fuck yeah. Because, like, this is so coordinated. All 3 of them coming out of basically nowhere. It was, like, real nice confidence. And I just like to believe that they were all like, oh, shit, you're trying to rob this place too? Okay, fuck yeah, how you doing? My name's Marv. My name's Harry. My name's Jimmy. Let's take this TV. Let's get out of here. And then, here they are, slipping and sliding all over the place. Allow me to dock 20 more points from that. So now they're down to 60. It's super slippery, and also they're sliding and being, like, their hands are probably getting cut up from the glass, so that's fine. Probably minus, like, what, 5 points? They yank the TV off the wall, and they break it, and then they continue sliding all over the place. I'm going to take 30 points from that, so they're down to 30 points now. And, yeah, and then they end up leaving. They make a quick escape. Yeah. Honestly, that's probably a C at the very most, or a C minus. Again, not the worst attempt. No one's going to get an F. At least, I mean, so far, no one's gotten an F. But yeah, so, you know, and again, I don't know if these guys ever got caught. Probably not, because, like, probably, I mean, even if they did get caught, I can imagine they just immediately wanted to go to jail. They didn't want this shit to be seen by the public eye. They're like, fuck it. They're like, I didn't do it. And they're like, well, we have a video of you doing it. No, don't show it. Just don't show it, please. Don't do that. But yeah, that was robbery ranking. Really just some shit I made up on the spot. If you ever feel bad, or if you ever feel, like, low on confidence, just remember, you're not these guys, alright? Alright, just remember that as bad as you think your life is, you aren't these guys. You could be doing a whole lot worse, trust me. But, yeah, that's about it. See ya.